welcome to Dr. Insider and PM Saiful. Here I present to you my final year project for second semester of 2020. The title of my research is the factor that influence consumer purchase intention toward online shopping of second-hand items. In this presentation, I will explain all these points in this video, which is the introduction, the research objective, research framework, methodology, demographic, reliability analysis, descriptive analysis, the multiple linear regression, hypothesis testing, and the conclusion. First of all, let me start with the introduction in this research. The second-hand store have adopted a certain style of conventional retail store, and the formulation of retail strategy has become relevant. Consideration of perceived value in second-hand shopping is much more complicated when considering the case in the flea market Shinbonen and Funen 2016. Therefore, consumers can get in on latest international trend that find the brand or item that's really what they want when purchasing through online. As shown here, the problem statement of this research are the different platforms in purchasing second-hand items may occur negative impact. In addition, online shopping of second-hand items can cause a lot of stress and frustration. And so, online shopping led to a variety of new problems and challenges. Hence, three objectives of the research had been obtained. The first objective is to identify the factors that influence consumer purchase intention towards second-hand items through online shopping. The second objective is to investigate the relationship between factors that influence consumer purchasing and purchase intention towards second-hand items through online shopping. The third objective is to analyze the factors that most influence consumer purchase intention toward online shopping. As shown in this slide, here I present the research framework that obtained in this research. The independent variable of this research is ease of use, usefulness, and perceived risk. Perceived risk consists of 5 elements, which is the product risk, privacy risk, time risk, delivery risk, and psychology risk. The dependent variable for this research is purchase intention of second-hand goods through online shopping. This research was conducted as exploratory research to see the relationship between the independent variable and dependent variable with the hypothesis statement. The quantitative data is collected from quantitative research method related to the quantities and calculable quantities that can be represented in the form of number and statistical manipulated. The data collection is consists of two, which is the primary data and secondary data. The primary data is the questionnaire and the secondary data is the journal. This research was conducted in Malacca State. The research strategy is use self-completed questionnaire, which is it was distributed via web and social media, also in person. The total population is 384 based on Morgan statistic. That was the target. However, only 305 respondents answered without any bias. This research using simple random technique. Here we proceed to the data analysis of the research. After distributing the questionnaire, here is the background of the respondent who take part in this survey. There are 5 points researcher focus on. First is the gender, which is male. 53% of them respond for the questionnaire, while 46% of them female. Through the employment status, there are student, employed, and unemployed. Most of them are from students who answer the questionnaire with the value is 57%, and the employed person is 36%, while unemployed was 5%. The income level the respondent who less than 1,000 have 16%, while 12% of them have the income level arranged 1,000 to 1,999, and the 22% of them have 2,000 to 2,999, and the remaining is 5.9% was 3,000 and above their income level. Respondent using different platforms to purchasing second-hand items. Most of them using the social media, while other 39% of them using website and 45% of them using a physical store where they visit the store, and the remaining is 4.6. They using any other platform such as by friends and other users that relative. And then the frequency in second-hand item, most of the respondents purchasing for 1 to 5 times. However, this of them, only 2% of them buy for 10 times and above. Cambridge alpha is the most common measure of internal consistency reliability. It is most commonly used when you have multiple correct questions in a survey question that form a scale and you wish to determine if the scale is reliable. In this analysis, it is shown that IV1 is of use have Cambridge alpha 0.867, while usefulness have 0.871, and perceived risk has 0.917. However, the dependent variable has 0.97910. The Cambridge alpha is an indicator consistency when the value of alpha is 0.9 and above 0.8 is mean that variable achieve their reliability. The descriptive analysis. The descriptive analysis is to describe the basic feature of the data in study. It provides summaries about the sample and measure. It includes a constructed table of means and quantized measure depression such as variance of standard deviation and cross tabulation or cross step that can be used enzyme this. The ease of use show the mean 4.09 with the standard deviation 0.65. The usefulness show the mean 4.07 with the standard deviation 0.65, while the perceived risk show the means 3.74 with the standard deviation 0.79. And the consumer purchase intention, most of them agree with the statement, which the mean is 4.02 and standard deviation 0.68. The discussion on this research objective has been obtained. The first research objective is to identify the factors that influence consumer purchase intention towards second-hand items through online shopping. It is identified by referring the literature review in Chapter 2. The researcher applied the TAM model and improved it by adding 5 factors of perceived risk in this research. The second research objective is to investigate the relationship between factors that influence consumer purchasing and purchase intention towards second-hand items through online shopping. It's referred to the hypothesis of the research. Based on the result, H1, H2, and H3 has been accepted since the value of P is less than 0.05. The hypothesis 1 is there is a significant relationship between ease of use and online shopping, purchase intention of second-hand goods. It's explained by a prominent position for perceived ease of use is the characteristics of innovation, and its accepted usability, relative advantage, and sophistication have the most clear and substantive relationship across a wide range of innovation styles. This is Davis 2050 state. However, Doyle 2050 state that propose a different conception of online store image, which is composed of online store usefulness enjoyment. It is the statement for there is a significant relationship between the usefulness and online shopping purchase intention of second-hand goods. The third hypothesis is there is a significant relationship between the perceived risk and online shopping purchase intention of second-hand goods. It is accepted since positive is known to have an inverse impact on the consumer behavior, which may have a positive effect on online purchasing intention. For the research objective, the third research objective is to analyze the factors that most influence consumer purchase intention towards second-hand goods through online shopping. The researcher focused on the standardized coefficient data, the beta, because the standardized beta compare the strength of the effect of each independent variable to the dependent variable. It showed that ease of use have the highest value. The highest value of beta it means that it have strength effect to the DV, while the second most effect is the perceived risk with the value of 0.344 and the usefulness have 0.259. Both all these three variable is accepted since the significance value is 0.00. This means it shows the relation between the IV and the DV. Next, we proceed to the implication. The implication in this research is the web retailer that they may use various strategies to create positive perceptions regarding consumer interest, and as a result, it draws customers to the online store. Personal seller of second-hand items, they should know how to convince their customer to trust them and guarantee the product they sell. Furthermore, the limitation in this research, the researcher find out the research only study on the consumer perception toward online shopping of second-hand items and not the dealer or wholesalers or retailer perceptions. Besides, it has lack of experienced respondent in purchasing second-hand items through online platform, so that the data received may be biased. The researcher for the further research, the researcher recommendation that the research can continue this study by stating and explaining to retailers about the online application and website that can be used to advertise their pre-owned items. And the second is researchers need to emphasize the factor of the item or product for sale, either achieving customer satisfaction or in purchasing pre-owned items through online. As the conclusion in this research, it can be concluded that through this finding research, when purchasing the second-hand items, consumers prefer the quality of the product, as long as the product is the same value as the money they spend. Besides, used second-hand items increase the product consumption and reduce and reduce the need to extract new raw material to produce new products. Thank you for spending time in my presentation. If any questions and clarification, you can contact me through the number in the slide. Thank you. Have a nice day.